And past the midfield, out of bounds, Caden Abel. And he had all kinds of space out there, Steve. Nobody in the flats covering him. Oh, man. Who we got out there for the Indians, Steve?
Oh, I just looking to see who was chasing him out of bounds. That was Brock Arrowwood there, playing on both sides of the ball here in this final period.
We got some new names out there. We'll try and get recognition when it's due. Ball thrown out in the flat and nowhere for him to go. And he is immediately brought down. That was 36, Steve.
Hey, I've got you. That's Parker Bird. Parker Bird, man, he's going to be, he's the future of Osage football. Just brings just a tough mentality, just kind of that football player kind of attitude. He's a fun young man to be around as well.
2nd and 13, under 4.5 to go here in the fourth. Quick pass out, and Jaden Wilkes blows it up in the backfield. There's absolutely nowhere for him to go. And that's a loss of yards. The blockers they didn't know what to do with Wilkes. He just got in there and just took him down.
Just running downhill right across the line of scrimmage. Hey, here I am, guys. I'm a part of your play.
But he's not.
He's not supposed to be.
He's on our team, Steve.
Yes.
Under 4 minutes to go here. 3rd and long for the Spartans. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Over the middle, overthrown, and off the hands
Brock
of Arrowwood. Had a chance for an INT there. Would have been the 5th Indian turnover for this defense tonight.
Now the clock is stopped.
Yeah, I think the mercy clock might be 34 or 35.
Okay.
So 4th and long coming up.
4th and 17.
4th and 17, the official call. Rolling out to the left. Looking for a man downfield. He'll take off and run. Instead, breaks one tackle. And he'll get near the first down marker, but not quite enough, so Osage will take over.
Colt Butler getting in there. Colt, freshman, getting some action there at the varsity level. He grabs onto a leg and brings him down.
Osage will take over 1st and 10 from their own 41.
Colt's dad, I think, is a part of the coaching staff. Yeah, Chris Butler. He's been a part of the program for a few years. Colt, also a pretty talented basketball player, is my understanding, coming up playing at the freshman level. It'll be fun to see him this year. I don't know at what level he'll get to play in high school, but we'll see him at the varsity level soon enough, I'm sure.
So Maverick will come out with some different players here. I'll let you take care of the Osage side. Steve, go ahead and take play-by-play from here.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Maverick Trusty, surprised to see him stand out there, right? Maybe you'll see Blaine Sperling before it's all over. So we're handing the ball off to
Bird.
Yeah, Parker Bird getting the carry there. Had the privilege of having him in class a couple years ago. I think maybe had him in 6th grade. But again, you just come across some young men who just have that mentality that's just stereotypical of football, and he's one of those. Here we go, Sperling on the field here, so Maverick may be done for the night.
Can you imagine if you were the Sperling's parents and you were listening and you're like, there's no way we'll hear our son's name tonight, right?
Yeah, I said something about Sperling being a confident young man at the Jamboree.
Yeah, you did.
And Dad followed up on that.
You wanted to know what that was about,
What is it that he's done to make you think he's so confident?
What kind of call would it be to be? That's a shy young man that is not confident out there at quarterback. But no, Arrowwood.
Arrowwood the carry. Sperling
picks up the first down.
Looking good, Arrowwood, on that carry. Nice work.
Kept the legs churning, kept moving forward. Sperling comes in, one play, first down, and that's the confidence leading this squad here, Steve. I love it.
It's fun to see these young men on the field that they were just in my classroom, a year ago, right? And just to see them making an impact here at the varsity level late in the game.
And you can see out there that math is playing a big part in their success.
That what?
Math.
Math, yes. I thought you said map. I was really confused.
Do you teach
math? I'm sure they're thinking, I do teach math. That's the goal every day anyhow.
You teach math?
Yes. I was confused.
Sperling.
Oh, man.
Bird met at the line of scrimmage.
Not a hole there for Bird that time. Going to lose, looks like a couple on that carry. Second down and 12 here. We're under 2 minutes this final period. Blaine bringing in the play.
Confidently.
Just a reminder, fans.
He's another talented basketball player. Again, I'm not sure as he comes over to the high school if he'll get varsity time. That's not my decision to make, but soon enough we'll see him at that level. Handing off to Arrowwood. Arrowwood there on the left side. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe loss of 1.
Final score, Camdenton 14, Branson 35.
That's a long trip to take a loss like that. Be a long bus ride home.
It's nice to make a long trip like this and come home with a win like this.
Oh, man. You are a bear to be around on road trips like this when Osage loses.
I just don't like being around you.
You made that personal in a hurry.
After we lose.
After we lose. Okay. Fair enough.
And win. I hope for a tie.
Blaine Sperling in the shotgun here. Back in the pistol, as you call it, right?
Yeah, I don't call it that. That's its name.
Fair enough. Handing off to
Bird.
Yeah, Bird. Great carry. Nearly to probably an 11-yard carry there, almost to the first down marker.
That'll be the
come
last
up just
play.
a little bit short, and yes, indeed, that probably will be the last play.
Bird on the carry.
Unless Coach Jolly says, I'm not going to put anything past Jolly at this point.
Oh, he surprised us all over the place
He's a
tonight.
wild card tonight. 39-6 going to be the final score in this one. Osage going to pick up a 33-point victory over Moberly. 39-6, a score you don't see too often, but the Osage offense, defense, and special teams all getting it done tonight, putting up 39 points. We'll take a break. Come back with the High-Tech Auto Body post-game show and the Jack Sporting Goods post-game interview with Coach Jolly. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
When your vehicle is so dirty, your kids are writing "Wash me, please" on it, it's time to visit Auto Spa Car Wash. And it seems the remnants of the entire population of grasshoppers reside on your windshield. It's time to visit Auto Spa Car Wash. Auto Spa Car Wash offers superb touchless drive-through bays and do-it-yourself bays. Auto Spa Car Wash is located on Highway 42 in Osage Beach, across from Lowe's.
This summer's blockbuster is Magnum Matt Shrimp. The lake's hottest private investigator is also the best real estate agent on the lake. No real estate agent comes close to cracking the code on any deal. When he's not busting capers, he's killing major real estate deals. Forget Higgins. With Magnum Matt, you get the total package Berkshire Hathaway team. The lake's got fast boats, but Matt's got fast action when it comes to closing the deal of a lifetime. Playing all summer, Matt Shrimp at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Lake Ozark Realty.
The focal point for almost any home is the kitchen. That's where you gather with family and friends. The staff at Cabinetry Pros can make your kitchen, bathroom, or laundry room beautiful and more functional, along with increasing your home's value. They offer products within everyone's budget and can help with remodels or new construction. For more cabinet ideas, visit CabinetryProsLLC.com or visit their showrooms in Sedalia and Lake Ozark.
Your money management is now manageable. With an account from Central Bank, you'll have all the tools and technology you need to move, manage, and maximize your money the way you want, when you want. And you have the perk of local branches right in your community when you need some one-on-one time. Because we do banking better. Open your account online or in person at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. Strong roots. Endless possibilities. Member FDIC.
When the leaves begin to fall, there's one plumbing company that does it all. Four Seasons Plumbing, your hometown dependable and qualified commercial and residential plumbing team. No service call is too big or small. Four Seasons has qualified plumbers that arrive on time and get the job done right the first time. So when winter comes, be ready with Four Seasons Plumbing, your trusted plumbing team since 2002 and big supporter of the Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians. One call to plumb it all. 348-2093. Look them up online. That's Four Seasons Plumbing.
I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game. In my book, we're going to be winners. He is gone.
Game analysis, stats, and more. It's the Osage Indians football postgame show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here for the High Tech Auto Body post-game show. Osage a 39-6 victory over the Moberly Spartans. And Osage getting it done in all facets of the game. Let's hand out some awards real quick while we wait for Coach Jolly to come up and give us a shout here. The Jackhammer Hit of the Game presented by Andy's Frozen Custard. Steve, who you got in this one?
Well, I feel like, I'm just repetitive, but I don't know how you give it to anybody else but Jason Colonius.
Yeah.
He is just continually just laying the wood to people. And it's almost like it's not just one play, it's several plays that he is making his presence felt. And as he does that, he's just really leading the way, for his teammates. Hey, this is how it's done. This is how we do it. And so that's the kind of senior leader you want.
Yeah, Wilkes had a couple hits that were real nice, but the overall body of work tonight from Jason Colonius, just absolutely. He was hitting people on offense. He was hitting people on defense, making some big blocks. And, yeah, I'm gonna give him the Jackhammer Hit of the Game. Tomahawk Chop Steak Block from the Butcher Shop. And I kind of liked I gave it to him last week. I'm going to give it to him again. DePay out there on the edge with the block that sprung the touchdown. Coach Jolly coming in here for the post-game interview. We make it very difficult to get to us, Coach. They didn't put us in the greatest of positions here. Apologies for that. Coach Jolly putting the headset on here. Coach, thanks for joining us for the Jack Sporting Goods post-game interview. 39-6 final score. Kind of got it done in all three facets of the game. We talked about the offense, defense, special teams. What'd you see out there tonight?
I want to talk a little bit about this Ninja Warrior situation in the press box. I had a 4-foot jump down.
Yeah, but you're in good shape. Look at me. I basically fell down here.
I feel pretty good after jumping down in here. What a great game. I mean, we're continuing to do things. There was a lot that went on in the game. I wish we had more time to talk about, some of the decision-making and challenging our kids and putting them in tough situations when things were going really well just to make sure we're getting better. But, what a good game.
Coach, last year I know what you're going to say, so let me apologize for phrasing this the way it is. It came down to just a couple plays, a couple turnovers last year, and maybe the result would have been different. Your defense comes out tonight, turns them over almost 5 times, almost come up with that 5th one late with a dropped interception here. But your defense showing up here tonight against this Moberly offense.
Yeah, guys, our defense is going to continue to get better. I think, you got Coach Evans, Coach Hess over there. You got Coach Hembrock over there, and you got Coach Austin over there grinding every single day, making sure, we've kind of put a really good staff together of guys that work well together, and they're leading our kids in the right direction. And the toughest part, as we talk each week, is getting kids to run downhill and swarm to the ball. That's more of a mindset than a technique, and those guys are leaders in that, and you can see it coming to life.
In the pregame interview, Coach, you spoke about how you guys don't call plays, but you run an offense, and it kind of felt like that came to light on those first 2 drives. Run, and then you kind of draw the defense in and hit them with that play action for that first touchdown.
Well, there were some things that they did pretty well to stop one of our better plays, which is our buck sweep. And, they defended it well, but a lot of times when you defend something like that, then it takes away from your defense on something else. So it's kind of, hey, we're not there on that, so we'll go back to here and then maybe come back. But, Coach Baumstark is really getting a nice flow, and him and Maverick do a good job of communicating together about to pick and choose. And Maverick's starting to come over with some insight a little bit from the quarterback position, which makes a really big deal. And I thought our offensive line grinded out. We've seen 2 weeks now where we've been outsized up front, and then at the end of the game, we feel like our guys are running downhill, our offensive linemen specifically.
And let's talk about the last aspect of the game, special teams. What's it like having a weapon you can go to for a field goal when you're right around the 20 to 30-yard line?
Yeah, no, Brady's done well. I mean, he kicked a touchback tonight and had that, and then to do that. So, no, it's just keeping to put the game. People that don't emphasize all 3 phases or try to put them together are missing a third of the game. So we want to emphasize that, and we've got kids. But again, I go back. We talked about it last week. Brady's worked his butt off. Like, in order to be a good kicker, you got to kick a lot, and he has. He's been to kicking camps and he's done stuff. So. And he's a young kid, so he's going to get better. We're excited about it.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the 2-0 start to this season. We'll talk to you early next week and get set for Blair Oaks next week.
Be good. Thank you very much.
That's Coach us here at the High Tech Auto Body post-game show. That was the Jack's Sporting Goods coaches interview. Steve will get the headset back on. And, oh, my God, Coach Jolly just do a backflip onto that. Holy cow, that's impressive stuff that we're seeing of athleticism from Coach Jolly to get up and out of here. I'm impressed, Steve. You didn't look like that when you came in here.
Are you surprised?
I mean, I wasn't going to bring up on the air where they put us, but it was a difficult to get to.
I thought you described it well, the Ninja Warrior.
I thought he was ready to run through this wall and give us a way out of here when he got done. But all right, yeah. So we did the tomahawk chop steak block. Let's do the Mills and Sons Insurance MVP of the game. You went first last week. I'll go first.
Sure.
I think we're going to pick two different players, and that's perfectly fine. But I'm going to go with Maverick Trusty. Came out, set the tone early on, went to the air for touchdowns 2 times there, and kind of kept it going. It wasn't just the touchdowns themselves. He made smart plays throughout, took sacks when he needed to, instead of trying to put the ball in a bad situation, got rid of it when he could. I'm going to go Maverick Trusty as my player of the game.
Well, then I'll go Aiden Williams, just because I just think he is the kind of the keystone on which our offense is built, and teams have to kind of, when they are, preparing their defense against Osage offense, they got to think about Aiden Williams first. And so everything else that happens after that happens because teams are focused on stopping him. And even with that, I don't know what his yard total was, but it was significant tonight, ripping off some big chunks there, especially coming out. It was that first drive of the second half where that Moberly's like, we're going to stop him, and we're going to get the ball, and we're going to climb back into this game. And we just sprinted almost down the field to score. And, of course, he had like a 50-yard carry on one of those possessions. So, yeah, I'm going to give it to him.
That's crazy. I thought you were going to go Colonius. 2 touchdowns, the reception touchdown, the rushing touchdown, and he had big hits on the defensive side, was even making plays on special teams. That just goes to show you, though, like how diverse this Indian team has been so far this year. When we haven't agreed. I know it's been 2 games, but we really haven't agreed, and we've had options in both the first and second game.
I was going to choose Trusty,
Were
honestly,
you? Okay.
and then you stole that from me, and then you put the pressure on like a choosing a second guy. So
I think that's a perfect choice. And if Drake Williams had gotten into the end zone when he got knocked out at the 1, he would have had 2 touchdowns, and he might have been in the consideration as well because he had the hit that caused the interception. It's just DePay with the huge kickoff return. He had an INT. Again, it's a wealth of spoils for the Indians at the start of this season. But let's not mince words. Next week will be a big test for Osage. They start Tri-County Conference play by heading up to Ward and Blair Oaks. It's going to be a very interesting the Indians next week to take on the Falcons.
Yeah, looking at the scores, you almost think, oh gosh, they had a couple easy games. I don't think that these games felt easy. I felt like these were talented teams.
I think so. Yeah, I think Moberly and Bolivar are good teams.
And so, the mentality. I love that as we come into Blair Oaks, come into Wardsville, as you say. Our focus this week in practice is going to be peeking out, right? Because it's not like we're in a position that we can kind of, again, get complacent and kind of be arrogant and think we've got it all together. No, we have the opportunity to do something special. And I know nothing about Blair Oaks this year. I know nothing about the level of talent they're bringing. I just know the program is a quality program. And so they are kind of the stick by which we're going to measure our early season here. But it's how good does it feel? Again, we've kind of grown accustomed to those first 3 games of the season being kind of, okay, we're just going to have to kind of weather the storm, climb out of that hole, and all of a sudden we're 2-0, looking at a chance to coming into Wardsville saying, hey, we're a different team than what you've seen before, Blair Oaks. What are you going to do about that?
Playing really well to start the season. All 3 facets of the game really coming together. Osage gives up 1 touchdown tonight, but 6 points through 2 games. This defense hitting on all cylinders. 35 points last week, 39 points this week. Osage putting points up on the board and keeping the other team off the scoreboard. Next week, going to be interesting. We'll have the broadcast for you live from Wardsville next week, 6:40 pregame with a 7 o'clock start time. It'll be the Falcons and the Indians. We'll have it right here for you on 102.7 as well as at MoSportsZone.com. And streaming on YouTube, go to YouTube, search MoSportsZone, or get the